Good evening, guys. Welcome, Lisa, our Liverpool fan, and Lisa meet Daniel. Daniel meet Lisa,
Hi,
Hi,
Daniel. How are you?
I'm good, and
and
you?
welcome to anyone
Good,
who's in
thank
the
you.
chat or will be joining. But yeah, let's get this show started. Let's
Um,
talk about it. Let's rant about it. Let's rave about it. Yeah.
I
First of all,
think,
Sam,
I
how are you
think,
doing?
I think I'm probably one of the very few Liverpool fans that went into the match yesterday thinking we were going to do you. I had 4-3 down. I was confident that we were going to go in and just nick it.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of other Liverpool fans were saying before the ball was even kicked that they'd take a point. And you know what? After seeing the performance we put in yesterday, I'll take the point.
Yeah.
I'll take the point. Thank you very much, Arsenal.
I mean, what was your take on it, Daniel? I mean, I was in the stadium, so I'll give you my views in a bit. But, obviously when you're watching it on the box and it's like, you can see the VAR shit, you can see all that, and we can't see that. So what did you go into this game? And then I'll tell you what I thought.
First of all, I think you just use an opportunity to tell us you're in the box, so that's good. You're living
Okay.
the life.
Right, for some.
For the game, I was actually devastated. I was angry with the game. Most especially, I was angry with the manager, Mikel Arteta.
Wow.
Yeah. I had
Okay.
I had my issues. Maybe probably we'll go into that. I was angry with Mikel Arteta. And especially my favorite topic, my favorite topic is the English referee. They are shit, in my opinion. They're the worst referee in the world. And even as a Liverpool fan, I believe you agree to that. So
Absolutely.
I thought the officiating wasn't up to standard. If the Premier League is the best league in the world, then we should be having good officiating.
Yeah.
Because I felt every 50-50 ball went against us in that game. But I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm not going to dwell on the injury, but I'm just going to dwell on the Mikel Arteta. I said in my last video, I posted the last video, Mikel Arteta, it seems like he's scared to make those bold decisions. And that's what's holding us back. Fine, we have injuries, but if you, as a manager, is going to let players like Emmy Smith Rowe, Fabio Vera go, and you're relying on 18 Waneri as the backup to Martin Odegaard, then you should be playing him. So why are you scared of playing a 17-year-old? We had Jack Wilshere at the age of 16 playing for Arsenal. We have Cesc Fabregas. We have Frank Merida. We have a lot of young players like the likes of Ramsey playing for Arsenal, even at a very young age. So why are you scared of playing the young lad? So for me, I tend more to have more blame on the Mikel Arteta in the game because defensively we are hit with injury. Fine. Like I said the other time, Thomas Partey started as a right back, so playing as a right back wasn't as surprising to me. Ben White, we brought him in as a centre back, so it wasn't surprising to me. And just unfortunate we had Gabriel off injury, and the whole game, the first half of the game, the quality of the game wasn't up to standard in my opinion because. I expected more from Liverpool, and I expected more from
Let
us.
me let me just jump in there for a second. I want to ask this question before I forget it.
Okay.
What was your take, Lisa, on the fact that how Partey dealt with Luis Diaz? Because there was this.
Yeah, there was an interesting dynamic there, but I think because Curtis Jones was pushed a little bit more forward than he was in the previous game. I mean, he got man of the match in our last game against Chelsea. He was absolutely phenomenal. And they pushed him just a little bit too far, which then pushed Diaz a little bit too far. And I just felt like Thomas then had him in his pocket and he contained him.
Yeah.
And he contained him very well.
Very well.
Because what Luis Diaz can do with a ball at his feet is magic. And he wasn't able to do that yesterday.
No. Because I noticed also in the previous games, he didn't actually start for Liverpool either, did he? He came on as a sub. Yeah. And this was my thing about yesterday also, was that I really wanted Trossard to come on as a super sub, and that's where I think Luis Diaz is as well. He's like a super sub.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a game changer. He's a game changer for sure.
Yeah. And I also thought
I would have said Núñez was as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really confused. What confused me yesterday about Arsenal was why was Gabriel Jesus sat on that bench at the beginning of the game? Why?
Yeah.
Because for me, when I watch Arsenal and I watch Gabriel Jesus, he excites me.
Yeah.
And I love watching him. I just think he's a brilliant player. I couldn't understand his choice to keep him on the bench, but not only to keep him on the bench, but to keep him on the bench for so long.
Yeah. It's just that he's not producing the goals, and it's sort of like, you know, there's something not quite right, but hey ho. And when he's come on, he's actually missed sitters. If you look at it, you know, he's just not finishing it.
Yeah.
I think Gabriel Jesus is forcing things too much, trying to do everything at a time, trying to dribble, trying to score, trying to become the man. And at the moment, his form has been poor. And I expect a player like him just do something, just do the basic, simple. Get the ball, pass the ball, make the runs.
Yeah, but I think he thrives in big games.
Yeah,
I think when you put him on and you put him up against the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Bigaboo, and you know, I really do think that he thrives on that.
Yeah, but what about Van Dijk's antics against Kai? You know, the tripping, the pulling the hair.
You know? Yeah, he was.
Van Dijk is a shit. Van Dijk is a shit.
Yeah, he loves it, but I do think that Kai Havertz has a habit of going down very softly. He's a bit like Jack Grealish in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, you only have to swipe him and he's on the floor, and I thought he did a lot of that yesterday.
Yeah.
So was Virgil van Dijk winding him up, or was Kai Havertz just being a twat and falling whenever he could?
Yeah, that's debatable, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I did think for the most of that first half, Arsenal were looking for fouls. They were looking for free kicks.
Okay. Well, ironically,
what do you think about Virgil van Dijk kicking into Kai Havertz in the 7 minutes of the game?
What do I think about him kicking him?
Yeah, twice. Kicked him twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was deliberate. I think he was definitely winding him up, but I don't think it was deliberate. And like I said, I think Havertz goes down a bit soft sometimes.
Okay.
Well, we'll respect it because you know, we've got to do this. But when you look at the figures, right, and look at the stats, basically it was a 52% possession for Arsenal against Liverpool's 48%. I mean, it was so close. Yet, when you were watching the game, it looked like Arsenal had the game in the first half.
Yeah, for 60 minutes of the game, it was Arsenal's game.
Yeah.
You know.
But the funny thing is, when you go back and you look at the overall thing, literally, it was even.
It was even, yeah, because I thought the first half you had us.
Liverpool pushing. The pass rate was double from Arsenal's to Liverpool's.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought second half we started to really push, and unfortunately we just didn't. I think Trent had a really bad game yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought his passing was really poor, apart from the goal, the equaliser.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some performances that were questionable yesterday. Andy Robertson, you'd never expect him to make a mistake like that for that first goal. You know, but fair play to Saka, he took it and he put it away.
Yeah,
and
I had this today.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's blaming Robbo for that, but I don't think Virgil covered him enough.
Yeah,
I don't think he came in and gave him the cover that he needed, and I think if he'd done that, perhaps that could have been avoided. But fair play.
But then we're debating the same with the second goal that we gave. No one actually went and challenged Salah. So
no,
and
there were 3 players in the box.
Yeah, it was a big ask, for us to put our youngsters on there. To go on one-on-one with Salah, and it didn't pan out. No. But they did good as much as they could.
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't have Gabriel went off, Timber went off. Do
you know why Saka had the captain's armband yesterday?
Because he is the training captain. He is.
I can't understand that. Yeah. I don't. When I watch him in post-match interviews, he just doesn't scream leader for me.
Yeah, he's learning. He's been shadowing Odegaard quite a lot with that. He's on the program to become captain. Otherwise, it would have been Gabriel.
I'm interested to see his journey. Don't get me wrong. I'm interested to see the journey, but I just couldn't understand that yesterday. For such a big game, you need a big voice.
Yeah,
and Declan Rice is the one for me.
Yeah, I mean, but it's unfair the fact that Declan's been with the club. This is his second season in the club. It's like pushing in and, taking over from the guys he's
himself, isn't he?
Born and bred, so with Arsenal. So hence, he's on that programme.
I'm interested to see how it goes.
Daniel, stop looking so bored. It's because I'm not letting him have a say. That's why.
No, I'm listening. No, I'm actually listening to your take, and
so we have some people in the chat, and hi Gunnar Matters, how are you? Emerson, good evening, good to have you on board. Hi Mel, good evening. And Mark Taylor, yes, thank you very much. Jump on board, guys. Have your say. You want to ask questions? There's a Liverpool fan here. Ask, fire away. Come on, Gunnar Matters. You always have a lot to say. Come on, bring it up.
I just wanted to say that I don't understand the fact you say Saka doesn't scream captain. It's just a 23 years old young man. So you
of course.
And we have a captain of the club, which is Martin Odegaard. And if you look at the team, it's a very young team, and Bukayo Saka is bread and butter of Arsenal. Academy graduate, so it screams everything to become a captain of the club. So he's going to learn on the job, and it's not something we're just going to throw shit on him at a very young age yet. Because
I get that. I just couldn't understand it in such a big game.
Yeah.
Don't forget, since Fabregas started captaining Arsenal at a very young age.
Yeah, cool. Let's see how it goes.
Let's go on to the goal. Let's go to Liverpool's goal. I believe that it was Kai's mistake. Yeah, that gave Van Dijk that header. He basically knocked the ball backwards as opposed to knocking it forwards. So, I mean, what's your take on it?
It was a great flick on, though, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
He's got the height, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And I was looking at the success rate on the duels as well, but they were even. I mean, we're talking about, Arsenal are not known to having the heights, and yet all these players that are coming in have got the height. So, and then I was actually genuinely worried every time there was a corner. I mean, there wasn't that many corners. I think Liverpool literally had 3 corners.
3, yeah.
Yeah, and, on that, I was worried like, oh, Van Dijk, he's going to score because he's got the head, So, but whereas, taking on the duels between everybody, it was an even success rate. Especially in that mid, and the passing. And funny enough, everybody was talking about the long ball passing that Liverpool loved to play. But ironically, it was something like there was only a couple of percentages difference between what we were doing and what Liverpool were doing. And what's your take on that? Because that is what Liverpool are known for, right? The long pass.
Yeah, so in the first half, I feel like we tried to play it through the midfield. And the midfield that we had yesterday wasn't strong enough to play that way.
Yeah.
So then in the second half, we had to switch it up and go for those long balls. But Trent was not on form. He wasn't passing to his full ability, and that was quite sad to watch as a Liverpool fan, because he's been so consistently brilliant. And apart from the goal, I thought he was really poor yesterday.
So there's a question for you, Lisa, as well. Do you think Liverpool will be in the title race come May?
Absolutely, no question.
I mean,
no question. We've got our first team goalkeeper out injured, Harvey Elliott, who I am missing so much.
I do like him. Yeah,
that midfield is gagging for Harvey Elliott again. It absolutely is. He's just such an exciting young player. I really do think we'll be there for sure. Do you think Arsenal will be?
Do you know what? So when you were talking about the beginning, I don't know how you felt about this, Daniel, but obviously when I was on my way to the game, I was thinking, I never even put my prediction down on our group chat. But in my head, and I was talking to people, I was saying, I think it's going to be a 2-2. Right. And I genuinely thought Liverpool would score first. Okay. But then when I got there and I saw, there was some leaked photos and messages coming out that Saka's playing, Timber's at the team hotel. I was like, yeah, we got this. We could do this. We could take it on. And then
I thought, great, he's not fully fit. This is going to be brilliant.
What was your take on it, Daniel?
Really me.
Even to the 95th minute, I actually thought we were still going to win.
Okay.
I was just screaming to my friends and telling them we're going to win this game. And
Yeah.
if not for my friend Anthony Taylor, would have won the game.
Yes, I agree with you too.
You know what? I think the decisions were poor on both sides. I don't think it was one-sided yesterday.
Yeah.
But we had a penalty not given to us. Much
No
saying
way.
it.
No way.
So you don't think that's a penalty?
No way.
Okay. No
When you
problem.
look at the video close up.
But in all fairness to the old game, I thought the referee wasn't good. Because normally when I see Anthony Taylor, I tend to think he's one of the referee that tends to at least try to be fair for me, and as an Arsenal fan, because the rest likes of Michael Oliver, my good friend,
I agree.
referee, whatever they had, they all shits referee. So to me, I just felt the game was below standard in my opinion, and if not for Mike Oliver, that Anthony Taylor, sorry, that last goal should have been a goal because there was no foul, and the ball struck Kai Havertz on the shoulder, which is not a foul. The only place you can argue that there's a foul is the 50-50 draw between Kai Havertz and Trent, which Kai Havertz bashed him. That's the only place I can see. But if you look at Anthony Taylor, when Kivio headed the ball, he didn't blow his whistle. Not until when Kai almost flicked the ball ahead of what's the name of your goalkeeper? Callahan, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when he put the whistle in his mouth and blew. So let's just me. I'm just going to take the 2 points, but I'm still angry with the manager Mikel Arteta. For me,
I think also a lot of the pundits were talking about the fact that VAR should have intervened, but the fact that he blew his whistle, they couldn't intervene.
Yeah, because you had to blow the whistle, so there's no way the VAR is going to intervene. If he hadn't blown the whistle, that's a clean goal, clean 3-2. Arsenal taking all 3 points, making the game. But as a Liverpool fan, I know you'll be happy with the 2 points because the 1 point, the 2-2 draw coming away to Arsenal, getting a draw is something you should be proud about. In the last five games or 4 games, you've not won against Arsenal, so it's something you should be proud about.
I'm not happy with the draw. I'm not happy with it.
You should not be happy because of the team you guys faced. You didn't face the Arsenal team. I believe if we had the likes of Gabriel, Martin Odegaard, Timber, Calafiori, you stand no chance.
We faced a very immature and very undisciplined Arsenal side, I thought. I think Arsenal have no discipline. I think those young lads need to learn a lot of discipline.
You faced an Arsenal team who has Thomas Partey at the right back. You faced an Arsenal team who has Ben White playing as a centre back for the first time in almost 2 years. You face an Arsenal team playing 40 minutes of the game with Kivio as centre back. You face an Arsenal team without Calafiori, without the likes of Martin Odegaard playing Kai Havertz in the position which he has not played, which we always say is not good enough there, which is the midfield. So, but I'm not going to complain about that.
I don't think they're where they need to be discipline-wise. I really don't.
In what aspect?
Yeah, in terms of how they played how they played in the first half. Every little touch they were falling to the floor. Come on, have a bit more discipline. Come on, fight for it. Get up for it.
Falling to the floor.
Looking for fouls all the time. That's not how you win games.
Falling to the floor is not a discipline problem. If you don't touch the player, he's not going to go to the ground. I didn't see any Arsenal player going to the ground without having a contact made on him by a Liverpool player yesterday. So you can't tell me that's a discipline problem. If you're telling me there's a discipline problem despite like taking a yellow card, then I can understand that. But going to the floor, definitely there's a contact from a Liverpool player. That's why the Arsenal player goes to the ground. So that's not a discipline problem. That's a Liverpool player trying to play the dark art, which you are accusing Arsenal of doing the dark art. What I'm actually want to talk here is that I'm concerned with Arsenal being done in corner kick twice in a successful game. That's my worry at the moment, because the last game against Bournemouth we were done by corner kick, and this game against Liverpool the same thing by corner kick. Arsenal used to be the one doing people on corner kick, but at the moment we seem to be done by corner kicks, and I think Nicola Jove needs to really fix what's going on there. So that just by the way.
So there's been some chat going on. Odegaard out, no Saliba, Gabriel injured after 60 minutes, no Calafiori, and we still dominated. I mean, I get that, but the stats don't actually show that we had the domination. Maybe in the first half we did, but not in the second half. But overall, statistically, the overall possession, Liverpool had more possession than we did.
And we've got players out. We've got like five players out.
That hurts for me to say it, okay? But obviously, to the letter of the proverbial law, this is going back to that incident, ref should delay his whistle until the action is completed and then allow VAR to review. That is the protocol. But then we all know that refs do not go to the letter of the law. Whether it's Arsenal, Liverpool, Liverpool, Arsenal, or is it Liverpool City, it's never to that. It's always to the benefit of a team. Diaz alone committed 4 or 5 fouls on Partey. How's that falling down? For
Liverpool had 3 yellow cards yesterday. One to their manager, one to Nunes, and one to Diaz. Arsenal had 1 yellow card yesterday, which is delay of restart by David Raya. Yet you said discipline problem. Liverpool committed 14 fouls yesterday, which Arsenal committed 14 fouls also in the same game. Yet Arsenal are the one having discipline problem. So make it make sense for me, because at the end of the day, both teams are trying to win the game, and Liverpool played their part in a 2-2 game, which I feel the officiating was poor and would have been better for both sides, in my opinion. Because I'm not going to say that every decision was just against Arsenal. No, the decision went both ways, and the referee for me, Anthony Taylor, was poor all throughout the game.
Yeah, he inconsistently made poor decisions.
He didn't want to make the difficult decision. He just tried to make the game without a controversial moment. He tried to make it simple as possible. That's where I think he made a lot of mistakes, because trying to make the game simple, football is all about fine margins. And during those fine margins, you have to be bold, you have to be strong to make those decisions. I don't understand the fact that Arsenal had a corner kick in the 94th minute, and you said that's not a corner kick. Who does that? So in my view, trying to rate a referee as such as Anthony Taylor, according to what my good friend Jose Moreno said, is a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Yeah. So I mean, when I was listening to the radio on the way home today, they were talking about the refs, okay, and about, look, enough is enough now. We're all fed up with how, all these decisions are being made, and it seems like they want to control, like, who's going to win the league eventually.
True.
Right? Why do we not just go to Europe and get the refs from Europe to come and play in this country so they will officiate without being biased? What's your take on that?
Me?
Both of you. Either one, you can argue it out. I'm happy for that.
I don't know. I'm a fan of stripping it right back, taking VAR away, and just having the referee and the officials, right? Yeah. Because I personally think VAR's ruined the game.
Yes.
Do you know?
We've had nothing but the ref to argue with before, whereas now we've got all the footage to kind of argue with. Yeah. Because they're showing us the line, they're drawing the lines on. Like before, it was right. It's a penalty. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The ref makes the decision. That's it. I think it's massively influenced. I think referees' decisions are massively influenced by the fact that they've got that safety net there.
Yeah.
And if we take that away and strip it right back to how it used to be, I don't think we'll have that problem.
Yeah. What's your take, Daniel?
Yeah, and do you know why nothing's still going to change?
Yeah.
Because the head of the referee is still an Englishman. He tells them what to do. You remember the game against Bournemouth? We were watching the game. I seen Howard Webb had a mic and has an earphone there.
Yeah, but who came to his defense? Who came to his defense?
Your very good friend, Gary Neville.
Saying, no, he wasn't talking. He's not allowed to communicate. And all you could see was lip reading and his like and looking at the phone. Yeah. But that's all controversial, isn't it? So where does it stop? Where does it stop?
It only stops if there's, in my opinion, I've only had this opinion, if there's a competition and not one body controls the referee. Let's take for instance, if there's one media organization controlling the Premier League, then there's going to be a way whereby that media company tells you when to show this match, when to play this match, and who to show this match to. But when there's a multiple media has different rights to this Premier League, then you have to balance it. I have an opinion, I have a suggestion, then I have a right. But now the Premier League has just the PGMOL controlling the officiating part of the game. And if the PGMOL is the only one controlling the game, then there's no how will I say it? There's no form of accountability because you are the one controlling this ref. So whatever you tell the ref, they do. But if like there are different bodies controlling the ref, we have the PGMOL, we have the AMOL and the TAOL, they're all referees in the same league. Then today your match will be officiated by the PGMOL, tomorrow AOL. You understand? Then there's a room whereby everybody needs to fix itself up, because if the PGMOL, their referees are shit, the AMOL referees gets more game. Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to understand. So if there's a democracy in that aspect, it makes it competitive and it makes it better.
Basically, we don't need a monopoly. Yeah, too many cooks spoil the broth and all that, isn't it?
Sorry, Lisa?
Like too many. It's that old age saying: too many cooks spoil the broth.
Spoil the broth, yeah. And it just seems to be a handful of them that are spoiling everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually making people dislike, not hate, dislike what's going on, and it just gives everybody a really bad mistake. I mean, when the refs were going off, everybody was booing. The entire stadium was booing at them, and I'm sure so were the Liverpool fans booing. You know, and that's not the right attitude to have.
I was cussing in front of my TV. I was cussing at them in front of my TV.
Let me tell you, I was cussing while I was there. Okay, so you would have heard.
Yeah, I think what the players were doing though as well is, I mean, there's a new rule, isn't there, that only the captain should approach the referee and speak to the referee. There was a lot of players surrounding that referee yesterday, and nothing was done about it. No cards were dished out, nothing, and that's just going to continue now.
Yeah.
And do you know why? And do you know why?
A precedent.
And do you know why that's happening? Because the officiating is poor, and they know that most of their decision they are giving is poor. Because now you're making a decision that is wrong. You have given this player the leeway to go forward to talk to you. Because if you are convinced that the decision was right, a player comes to you and argue, you can dash him the yellow card.
Exactly.
Because you know that you've made an error. This player coming to you is coming with a sense of, I am just, I'm right in what I'm trying to say to you as a referee. Now you have the guilty conscience because you know, maybe I might have done something wrong. But if you had the confidence that, yes, what I did was wrong. Normally, if Anthony Taylor knew that disallowing that last goal was right, he would have given Kai Havertz a yellow card. Because you coming to the referee.
So hung up on that last goal. Yeah, it wasn't a goal, so.
It
was a goal in my book. 3.5.
It wasn't. It doesn't count.
3.5 now.
It was 2-2.
So Gunnar Matters is saying, Lisa, City players doing every game, flooding the ref, and nobody gets a card.
For sure.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more.
Also, they're using other antics at the moment. I don't know if we saw what happened with not City's last game, but the game before, and the last game as well, where apparently Foden came in rushing when the free kick was going to be taken, and it was just trying to put the players off. So they're using some sort of antics, and apparently, to the letter of the law, they're allowed to do. Right? Because they're doing nothing wrong.
Yes, Arsenal are that matters.
And this is Pep. This is Pep starting this kind of shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. It's coming from him, for sure.
Yeah, but Arsenal players are doing the dark antics, you know? We're the dark ones. We're doing all the, the weird and wonderful stuff. But guess what? I told my nephew today, you're learning from the best. If if you think that's it, you're learning from the best.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's a shame because that rule was brought into place to stop all of that, and if they're not going to nip it in the bud straight away, then there's going to be chaos.
Yeah, and the thing is, one started it. Now every team that's going to go in, is going to go in thinking, you know what, they're going to do that. We're not going to let them get away with it. Let's do the same.
Not Arsenal, please.
No, this is just it. We're too bloody good sometimes. We'll let you push us. We'll let you shove us.
Sama, because when we do, we get carded for that. That's why.
Yeah.
How many players have you seen in the Premier League get a second yellow card for delaying on restart? Twice. Yeah. Declan Rice and Leandro Trossard. And so the thing that really gets me really, really upset. Luis Diaz kicked the ball away yesterday.
Yes.
Which is a second which is a yellow card in my opinion. Like before now, that to me that's not a yellow card. But because of the rules they've set this season is a yellow card. But Mike then coming on to say that Arsenal were not even set to take the free kick early was the reason why Anthony Taylor didn't give a yellow card. Cast your mind back. Manchester City had a player down when Leandro Trossard kicked the ball away. Yet it was given a second yellow card and was told he delayed the restart. So this guy should just. I know they are shit, so no need.
It's inconsistent, isn't it? It's inconsistent.
Inconsistent, yeah.
For you guys, you can say it's inconsistent, but for me, in my books, I see it as a corrupt practices. For me, that's my opinion.
But we've all been subject to that. I mean, Liverpool went 3-4 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
With decisions because putting them out of title races, like
True.
I know how it feels, and it sucks.
And now going back to what Sema said like 5 minutes ago, this referee comes with a mind like making the decision on where the result of the match is going to go. To me, that's corruption.
It is. I'm just not saying it.
I'm saying it.
I mean, almost that Merino goal, that second goal that we got, was almost like, are they trying to find where the line can be so that goal is disallowed?
It's
so long.
It took a long time,
Yeah.
You could see, I mean, the way they were showing the angle on the television, you were kind of going, he's off. But when they drew the lines and you could see he wasn't. And I think you're right. I think they were trying to find a way to disallow it.
And I would love to hear the VAR's, the conversation they're having.
I think we should be allowed to hear it. You can hear it all in rugby.
Yeah.
Why can't we hear it in football?
Exactly. I mean, for the first time in the stadium, they actually put it up on the screen that this is what they were checking. Yeah, it came 6 minutes later, but they put it up, so we knew. And I'm like, that's weird. Why do I need to know it 6 minutes later when the game's just gone on and we are like, on the other end right now? So both Diaz and Jones did it. None of them got carded. I don't believe it's an agenda or conspiracy against Arsenal. It is the stupidity and incompetence of rep.
So how no, make it make sense. If you think both Diaz and Jones didn't get yellow carded for doing the same thing, and if you think Pedro of Brighton didn't get yellow carded for kicking the ball away, if you think what's his name, Mitoma didn't get yellow carded for kicking the ball away in the last game, and if you think I can keep on counting on occasion, if you think Szoboszlai didn't deserve to get a yellow card for kicking the ball again against Nottingham Forest, but an Arsenal player, Declan Rice, can be yellow carded given a second yellow card for touching. And an Arsenal player, Leandro Trossard, can be given a second yellow card. Then how can you convince me, a Nigerian man, that is not corruption or that is not an agenda against Arsenal? Because you just have to make it make sense. Because where I come from, when we see things like that, we call it it is. For me, it's corruption, and there's an agenda against Arsenal. Whether Arsenal fans want to say it or they don't want to say it, because in my place where I come from, we don't mix words. We don't mix things like that. When we see something, we tell you this is what you're doing, and either you stop right now or we're gonna make you stop.
Yeah,
that's just it. So I don't agree with Gunners Matters. Sorry, I don't agree with you. See, both but there's an agenda against Arsenal. Seriously, for me, there's an agenda against Arsenal since the time of what's his our former manager?
When you lost to Bournemouth 2-0, was there an agenda against Arsenal then?
No, that was a fair. We lost that game. That's a rest.
Honestly,
I
did not play good.
I don't think there's an agenda against Arsenal. Have you seen Arsenal?
Have you seen Arsenal? Have you seen Arsenal
complain?
Have you seen Arsenal complain in the Champions League game or Europa League game? Have you seen Arsenal complain about refs in those games? In the Europa League, we've lost a lot of times. Have you seen Arsenal going after every Champions League game or every Europa League game and say,
why do you think there's an agenda against Arsenal? I just think it was inconsistent refereeing. I don't think there's an agenda against Arsenal.
Yeah, but
I think all the referees are against Arsenal.
No, at least I don't think it's all of them, because Champions League referees are from Europe. Whereas
they're great.
Yeah. Whereas, the Premier League, they're not.
From the north of England. They are from the north of England.
Yeah.
But you see,
85% of the referees are from the north of England. How is that even possible?
Yeah.
I've not seen a Londoner as a referee. I've not seen a black man. The only black man we've seen as a referee officially just one game. We've not seen him again.
Yeah.
There's no Asian as a referee.
Yeah. Okay, so here, Mark is obviously saying, I disagree. Liverpool and Arsenal have both had horrendous decisions. Question, what team benefits? The team that owners paid 20k per official to travel to Saudi and to officiate one game. Now, I get it. I get what you're trying to say there, Mark Taylor, but I also disagree, because I don't want to corrupt my mind in thinking this kind of thing, because it makes you think, every time I'm going to go and see a game, there's going to be corruption. And we're going to, I get it. I do.
It's how it felt for us for a long time.
Yes.
Who benefited from the 2-2 draw yesterday? City. So
clearly. But then that is every Arsenal fan thinking that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against it, because I'm thinking that too.
It's not just like an Arsenal fan thinking, because
but think about Wolves. Think about Wolves. Look at the decisions that
if there's a pattern to something, you're obliged to think in that parallel, because now there are multiple samples to why you have to believe this. Then there's a truth in it, because not one case, not two, not three. Liverpool had it going against Manchester City. One club pays. I'm not saying they're paying directly, indirectly 20k in Saudi to officiate. Even the worst manager came out last week and said maybe there's some conscious bias towards officiating Manchester City. That was what the Wolverhampton manager said last week. Even Southampton manager coming on this week to say almost same thing, but minding his word because of what happened last week. So to me, I'm losing interest in football anyway. Losing interest.
So Guna Mattis is getting into me. Seema, I don't think Premier League refs have any agenda. We must stop being salty about these decisions. We should criticize. Do we do enough as a team to prevent them making a decision? I get it, right? We're giving them the opportunity.
You know what you can do?
Something against
you can do Gunners Matter. Just come on live. Let's discuss this. Gunners Matters. Come
on, Glenn Wynn, get on there. Come on, Glenn Wynn, get on live. You've got did I give you the link? If you want, I can send you the link. You can get on. But listen, I totally understand that. But the perfect example is, look at the Wolves manager. What's his name? I met him.
Garane.
And he he was actually quite vocal in an indirect manner, saying, you know what, the refs are against us, right? So, by the way, Lisa, guess who I saw yesterday? John Barnes, your legend.
Really?
Yeah, I met him. I got a picture with him.
Ah, nice guy, apparently.
So he was. He was lovely.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Come on, Glenwood, are you coming on? Look, it's up there. Jump on in. Come on.
If I was Mikel Arteta and I'm asked in the press conference before coming onto the press conference, the first thing I'm going to say as a manager, if I'm a manager coming to the press conference, I'll just tell them, I hope you're not coming to ask me if the Premier League referees are shit. I hope you're not coming to ask me about the poor decision about this referee. I'm just going to indirectly tell you these guys are shit. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to indirect because I know if I say it directly, so now I'm coming to you say, you're not going to ask me. Sorry?
Can we just answer Mark's question here? You missed City. When did they get done by it?
They're not gonna get done. They're not gonna get done.
They're not. They're going to get away with all the charges against them.
Sorry?
They'll pay their way out of it.
Yeah.
Same way Rodri has gotten away with the
Same way they've got themselves in it.
Oh, and Rodri's going to win the Ballon d'Or, is he?
Same way Rodri's going to get away with the Ballon d'Or. So they're going to get away with this. Money speaks. Same on the BTC. It's on the wallet.
Absolutely.
Ready. So
yeah. Okay. So let's just go on a bit. So we're done, right? We're over the Liverpool Arsenal game. Okay. How do we feel as friends now?
I just wanted to ask LG, how do you feel about the Liverpool pattern of play? Because I think you guys play long balls a lot on the
which I think in the first half we tried not to do yesterday. I think we tried to play it through the midfield, but we weren't strong enough. And I thought that Arsenal played a very good game in pressing very high. They were piling the pressure on. They weren't giving us any space. And, we really struggled midfield yesterday, which is why in the second half, I think Trent tried to ping a few more balls forward and it just didn't work because he was poor, apart from the goal.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Daniel, or did you want a bit more controversy there? Argue it.
I think Arsenal did in the first half what I thought we were going to do. Yeah. They were pressing high. They were piling the pressure on. They weren't giving us any breathing space. And that's exactly what I wanted us to do. And then in the second half, we kind of gave a little bit of that back. And then we were pinging the long balls, which was like, oh, come on. Yeah, we need a stronger midfield. I didn't think McAllister did very well yesterday, which is why he took him off.
Yeah, he got
put him in with Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, great potential, hasn't won me over yet.
Mark is going at me, Danny. That's harsh. I'm just asking an honest question.
And our passage to play yesterday was poor.
Yeah,
so poor. I don't know why Mark is going at me. Mark. Liverpool in transition. Liverpool have this steady.
See, I'm glad you said that, Lisa, because I had a conversation with like I was telling you, my entire family are all Liverpool fans. So I had a conversation because I was round there today, and him to be so sober and not attacking us was, with his conversations was quite humbling, because he was actually admitting that Liverpool weren't as good as they should have been. And they, so I don't know.
What have I offered for that? I've said you had a lack of discipline. I mean, I think it was like, what was it, the 86th minute or something? Kai Havertz took the ball to the corner. I'm thinking,
yes,
there's at least 10 more minutes to play. Why are you time wasting with the ball? Get the ball out.
Yeah.
Let's play some football. Yeah. I just thought that, and that's where the immaturity comes in, I think, with him.
Yeah.
And I see glimpses of it and I'm like, come on, like, it's the 86th minute. Why have you got the ball in the corner?
Do you think it could have been that Liverpool have always been known to get that winning goal, right? So back in the day, they were
he was shitting himself.
They were comeback kings, right?
Yeah.
And I will say, I was
mentality monsters.
I was worried. I was thinking, oh my God, they're going to get this late winner and we are damned, And I suppose that was part of the plan, is keep the ball this side, keep it in that corner.
Yeah, I get that.
Give it away.
Historically, Seema, in the last season or two, when we've gone ahead, we've generally come back and won it.
Yeah.
So when you went 1-0 up, I thought, it's all right.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. We've got it.
Yeah.
But like I said, you did that high press. You didn't give us any breathing space in that first half, and
I always call Liverpool
fair play to Arsenal for that.
The comeback kings, the classic Champions League final when
I love Gerrard.
But, it was great. Okay, Daniel, there's a lot of stuff happening against Arsenal. And to extend, I don't blame fans to be angry. However, if you believe that one conspiracy, then there's so many others. But we can have a show. He's inviting you on. So, okay, size not changed. So, because momentum, and they will be learned the hard way and not so expensive with the big games.
Gunners matters. Time, place. I'll be there.
Gunnar Matters has a show,
so time and place, I'll be there.
He's actually from South Africa, so you're on the same neck of the woods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually a bit worried for us at the moment because we've got a lot of games on the bounce.
I
mean, we played Brighton twice this week.
Yeah.
And then we've got big games coming up: Leverkusen, Real Madrid.
Yes.
We've got Southampton away, which they're not going to lay down.
Well, look how they did with City. They went to the Etihad.
After seeing that performance yesterday. Exactly. And after seeing our performance yesterday, I'm worried.
Yeah.
I am worried, but I still think we'll be in the title race in May.
Okay. Let's have a race. Yes.
Arsenal are going to finish 5th, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Okay. Daniel, I'll see you there, and if I don't, I'll look at you from above.
that would definitely be me looking at you.
You better shut it down.
No.
Daniel, let me have this one.
I will be
let me have this one.
No, here we go.
Let me have this one.
She can hold her own, I'll tell you now.
The best defence in Europe, two of them are out after 60 minutes. We're missing Odegaard. We have Callum
Did you say the best defence in Europe?
Of course.
1,000,000%. You tell me a better defensive partnership in the whole of Europe than Saliba and Gabriel.
And Gabriel.
Oh my God, Virgil van Dijk and Ibu.
Sorry, honestly, like you've lost me there.
Ibrahim
Daniel's left the podcast.
Is on fire at the minute.
Oh man.
Got man of the match yesterday, can I just say? Man of the match
yesterday. Man of the match is Thomas Partey.
I'm really not. I didn't think
man of the match yesterday was Thomas Partey.
Anyway, to go back to this, Lisa, we're missing the two best central pair back in the league.
Yeah.
They're missing after 60 minutes.
Yeah.
You still couldn't beat with.
Sorry.
We're missing our biggest playmaker. You still couldn't beat with.
But doesn't that show that you've got depth in your squad, which is great?
Yeah. Do you know what it does? It does actually, Lisa.
You need to have depth in your squad,
Lisa, that was my next point. It does. And do you know what else? We've also had the hardest start to a Premier League out of every team. We played Aston Villa away. We played City away. We played all these teams. The only team that beat us is Bournemouth, and fair play, Arsenal deserve to lose that. You've not played anyone but Arsenal. So when we come to the later stages of the week...
Have a look at how many games we've played compared to how many Arsenal have played.
In the Premier League, it's the same, Lisa.
Not in the Premier League. I'm talking about other games as well. Carabao Cups. I'm talking about Champions League.
We've played Carabao Cup too.
Far more games than any other club in the Premier League.
By argument, you're not. Arsenal are in the same competitions as you. We're playing.
But you're not playing as many games on the bounce as we are.
We've played
we're playing a game every 3 games.
As Liverpool.
Every 3 days we play.
Have a look.
We play on Wednesday at Preston in the Carabao Cup.
You play on Wednesday too.
We're constantly playing. And we played all the hard teams.
Our fixture list is the most grueling of all the fixtures.
Nah,
it's not. Lisa, it's not. Lisa, go back and check Arsenal.
Maybe I'll come back and check Arsenal. We'll get them up.
Yeah, go back and have a look at Arsenal's start to the season. Villa away, Tottenham away, City away.
You're in the Premier League. You're facing some of the best clubs in the world. You can't.
All these.
You can't say we've had these clubs. This is within. Every club you play should be a big game.
Game week 8. Within game week 8, we played these teams away from home.
Doesn't matter. They're teams in the same league as you.
Mark, please, just 1 minute, please. You just said right now, you're just complaining about your set of features that is coming up. Saying you're going to play Real Madrid, you're going to play Liverpool, you're going to play some country, and they're not going along. So why if you're bringing that narrative that you're going to play everybody in the Premier League, so I do not expect you trying to say you're going to play Liverpool, you're going to play Real Madrid, you're going to play Southampton, and you're worried about the fixture list. So you shouldn't be worried about the fixture list if you are trying to paint that same narrative when Mark is trying to tell you that we played Aston Villa away, we won, played Tottenham away, played Manchester City away, played Liverpool in the first 9 games.
They're in the same league as you, though.
Yeah, but you're the one.
Done this in
they all have the right to be in the Premier League. So every game you play in a Premier League game is a big game. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
Right, okay, Lisa, if you think that, then what's your fixtures? What's your hardest fixture so far that you've played?
Chelsea.
Yesterday, Arsenal.
Right, Arsenal and then Chelsea. Is that it? Out of the big six, is that
so far? Every game we've played so far has been a hard fixture. We just had a new manager. We haven't lost a game in 10 games with a brand new manager.
You have a new manager on a team that challenged for the title last season and only ended up losing the title around March or April. Liverpool were actually in the title race up until April last season. Don't forget that. You guys are trying to paint the narrative that you have a new manager. That's what it is. There's no transition in Liverpool.
He's got a new strategy.
Liverpool had a team that challenged for the title. Liverpool were the one that was on top of the league last season, the most of any other team. Liverpool stayed on top of the league last season ahead of every.
But we're talking about this season, aren't we?
You're trying to say
we're not talking about last season.
No,
I'm talking about this season.
You said Liverpool have a new man.
How our players have adapted to having a new manager. 10 games in and we've not lost a game.
Yeah.
No, what I'm trying to say, you're trying to say that Liverpool have a new manager and you're on the transition. But I'm trying to make you understand that Liverpool have a stable team already, and a manager as good as Ancelotti can just come and paint one or two.
No. I don't agree with that.
You have a team already that challenged for the title last season. You only fell up during April. So how can you tell me a team that challenged for the title last season around April can be all just shit if a manager as good as Slot comes in? No, you make it. It doesn't
because he's different gravy. He's not Jurgen Klopp. He's different.
Players have got to get used to
his strategy and the way he plays,
and you have
the way he thinks,
but you have
the way he changes, the way he starts the game, the way. It's all different. It's not. He hasn't just walked in there to a ready-made team.
You have 100%.
We still have massive improvements to make, and we still do.
You have 100% of the team that challenged for the title, and you have almost 50% of the team that won the title.
Every game we play is an important game because every game is 3 points. Every single game. Because you face Man City, just because you face Spurs, just because you face Chelsea, doesn't matter. They're not difficult games. They're still 3 points, no matter who you play.
You get it. You're getting my point all wrong. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I think that's just an excuse, Mark. In my opinion, I think that's.
It's not.
You've had a hard.
What I'm saying is, I'm pointing out 2 factors. One, the running games that we've had to play, and also the players that we have out. So what I'm trying to say next to you is, once Odegaard comes back, Saliba is back next week. All of our players come back, and we have a run of easier fixtures when Man City and Liverpool have a run of harder fixtures. We'll see where we're at.
Yeah, I just don't think there are easier fixtures. I
think, Mark, I disagree with you because the easier fixtures that we have, we tend to look at Bournemouth.
I get that with Bournemouth. I get that. Listen, I am not saying any game is easy, but Liverpool cannot go into a game against Ashford. Well, you got beat from Crystal Palace, so that was a bad.
Where are we thinking about on the fact that when was it we played the Champions League game and we had one less day going into the City game to prep? And yet again, Arnie Slot yesterday did say that they had one less day to prep.
Yet Mikel Merino did not complain.
It's the same balance. Yeah. What is it, what is it that we're actually arguing about? And also there's something here Gunnar Matz has said. Lisa is correct in saying every team deserves to be in the Premier League. However, there are a lot of variables in the teams you've played in the Premier League. They are weaker in squad depth, tactical and weaker. So, I mean, there is...
So still, what are we fighting for at the end of the day?
Exactly. It's 3 points.
It doesn't matter.
What we're really fighting for is that top. That number one top with that top.
Of course, and that's where the points will get you. Every game is an important game in the Premier League. It's the best league in the world.
Yeah, it is, Lisa, 100%. And I'm not disagreeing with the points that you've made. But what I will say, after yesterday, the one thing that I did take after my headache after watching Arsenal again, but certainly for today, was we are in such a good place. See, when our players come back, Liverpool and City better watch out. They better watch out because we will be there at the end of the season. We will be there, 1,000,000%. I don't know if it was tongue-in-cheek when you said fifth. I predict we'll finish for City second and Liverpool third. Nobody will get close to us three this season, in my opinion. There'll be a points gap to Chelsea.
It wasn't tongue-in-cheek. I do think there'll be some slip-ups from Arsenal this season.
Liverpool are actually going to finish fourth. Chelsea will finish ahead of them.
That could be a good shout, Daniel. I had Chelsea for
Liverpool
fourth,
beat Chelsea, right?
We'll come back in May and see where we are.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Lisa, you're not going to wait in May.
I'm not going to what?
You're not going to wait in May. April, Liverpool will be fourth and Chelsea will be ahead of you. There's no coming back. You're not going to wait in May. April will be here. I'll be here waiting for you.
Cool.
April 15th is actually my birthday, so that's gonna be my birthday celebration.
Is it?
We'll be here.
Well, considering we've got Chelsea in 2 weeks' time, in a week's time, second or third November.
They're looking good, you know.
We're playing away.
They're looking good.
Oh, we're gonna beat Chelsea.
I don't know about looking good. I mean, they are good, but I don't know whether Cole Palmer turned up at that game that they played against you.
Yeah, I question the depth in their midfield because Cole Palmer for me changed the game completely.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat Liverpool. We're gonna beat Chelsea. You don't have to worry about that.
I mean, I think Gunnar Matters actually missed that one because.
And listen, you've still got to come to Anfield now. Tell me that's not a
difficult place. We're coming with Saliba, we're coming with Gabriel, we're coming with Odegaard, we're coming with Timber.
Come bring them all.
Bring it on.
Bring them all. I'll come back on for that one.
Yeah. I thought we got watch it together. We're gonna sit outside Anfield and we're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we'll do it outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, Mark, do you know actually I predicted this season that we're gonna get our first win at Anfield this season?
I think so. Yeah. I think
that's an interesting prediction.
Do you know? No, do you know what? Liverpool's a very difficult place to go, and 1,000,000%. And Arsenal have struggled for many years. But if I look at the trajectory of Arsenal, we're getting better year on year, and even now, but we lost to Bournemouth and it was silly. But even now, you can see with the injuries of the players that we've got out. If that was 2 years ago, we'll get smart 4 or 5.
There's a pattern. And there's a pattern in Arsenal that I've noticed, and a lot of people will not see it. You know, last season we played against Tottenham. This same time last season we drew 2-2. What happened when we went to their ground?
You know what? We've matured, Daniel. We've matured so we can go there and not be afraid.
We're beating them. I can actually give you a prediction right here, right now.
Here we go.
It's going to end in a 2-0 win for Arsenal against Liverpool. Lisa, you're licking it.
It's true.
Okay. So
that's going to be the result. You heard it here first.
I'm licking my lips because I can taste victory. It tastes delicious.
It's long overdue. It's long overdue that we get a result at Anfield.
Mark, what was your prediction going into the game yesterday? What was I predicted 2-2.
I predicted 3-1 Arsenal.
Okay.
I thought it would be the same as last year. So
I actually thought we're gonna win. Even at the 95th minute, I still felt we're gonna win the game.
Yeah.
If not for my very good, I still say it. I'm still standing my. If not for my very good friend Anthony Taylor, we would have won that game.
And Lisa actually was saying you thought 2-2, right?
No, I predicted 4-3.
Really?
I thought we were going to nick it. I thought it was going to be filled with goals.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted it to be.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be a good duel against the two.
Yeah.
And it kind of was, but it was messy.
Yeah.
It was. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? See watching the game. I did watch it afterwards. Afterwards, once calmed down, I actually came away thinking these are two sides that are battling for the league title.
Yeah.
These are this is no nonsense. These are two teams going at each other for the league title.
I'm going to give you the stats for the duels. Okay, the success rate on the duels in the first half. It was Arsenal 57% and it was Liverpool 37%. Right. In the second half, it was Arsenal 47%, Liverpool 52%. I mean, it's a point something on each one. I've just not said it. So it sort of matched up if you look at it. So they were all going for it, you know. So it was a great watch for the neutrals, let's say.
But because they're such giants of the English Premier League, right?
Yeah.
There's only, I would probably say, 4 or 5 teams that people think of outside of the Premier League when you mention the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal and Liverpool are in there.
Yeah.
Right? You just expected them to play a more attractive football, a more exciting, dynamic game, and it wasn't. It wasn't dynamic at all.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Mark. I just wanted to see these two giants of football just give us a really beautiful game, and it was messy.
Yeah. There was a battle on the pitch, but it was more physical than football.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm out. Enjoy the show. Ciao. Be safe and healthy. See you later, Glenwyn. Good night,
Glenn Matters. You know, we have a show. You said I should come.
Yeah, I know. Woo. Where did those come from?
I think you do a thumbs up as well. I think that works. There we go.
Whatever, doesn't do me anyway. But right, so we've come to the end of the show. It's an hour in. I love to just nip it in the bud. Is there anything you'd like to say, Mark? Because actually, Mark is the one who would host this, but he threw it on me. So
I like doing that to you. No, not at all. Do you know something? I just think that, as I said, that for me, I enjoyed it through it being a battle. I'm going to give it another day or two, and then I'll watch the highlights back so I could just take it in, because it drains me, honestly.
I don't normally watch again until the Wednesday after.
It drains. These games drain me, but we didn't get the beautiful football, but we got two teams battling like a proper war. And Liverpool, honestly, Lisa, thanks for coming on, and mostly it's amazing what your manager's doing. To come in after Klopp and to keep it going, and people forget this is a Liverpool side of kids. These aren't like multi-million pound superstars. These are kids from their academy, etc. The Liverpool have not spent like massive compared to Arsenal and City. Exactly. So you should be well done, honestly. And
I have to bring in the fact that I love what he said in the press conference when he got the yellow card, about the yellow card.
What he said, because apparently he directed that to Ibrahim Konate. He said it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And the fourth official thought he was talking to him and gave him the yellow card.
Yeah, but the fact that he said it as well on the telly, you know, to them, it was brilliant. I was like, yes, thank you very much. If it was Arteta, they would have given him a bloody fine.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 2 now, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, he's got to be. He said that as well.
He's got to be careful. Yeah. But anyway, he's got passion, and I like that. I like a passionate manager. I like an emotive manager. Yeah. I'm excited, really. I mean, 10 games without a lot is phenomenal with a new manager.
Do you see the point that you brought up, Lisa, as well, that I like when I was listening in, was about the players approaching the referees. And so the captains love to do that. And you were absolutely right. That should be yellow cards. But also, see if a player kicks the ball away, he can fucking yellow card. End of. And just kill it. And then we won't come on and say corruption and you're doing this and doing that. Just do it and control the game. But the consistency level is where it misses out.
Exactly.
And that's the bit that gets to us.
So, Lisa, we do have another lady on here, Hannah, who is also another Liverpool fan, diehard as well. And she was at work today, so she couldn't join us. But maybe if we give her a pre-advance warning, Mark, we'll get her on the reverse fixture. And then definitely. We can have the great, podcast maybe before and after.
Amazing.
And
She did send me a message today to say that she was gutted that she wasn't on the show. And she's also totally gutted that Ten Hag was sacked as well.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I actually was hurt that he was sacked because I really think I know because I was an advocate I am still a big advocate for Arteta. Not you, Daniel. I don't like you being against him.
I'm Mark, you just said something that touched my heart. Eric Ten Hag has the third highest win percentage in all Manchester United manager since Alex Ferguson. I don't know why the guy was sacked. He won over 49 games for Manchester, or 69 games for Manchester United in over 98 games, and just lost only 27 games. Only.
The thing is, as well, there's got to be some player accountability, and a lot of the time we all look to the manager. But what about these players?
Yeah.
They're paid a fair whack to get on that pitch.
And it was probably in the dressing room that it's all happened.
Yeah, but you know what? I would honestly say it does come down to referees, because if Garnacho was not offside last season against Arsenal, he would have still had his job. He used that every press conference, every single press conference.
I'll miss him. I'll miss Eric Ten Hag, the first bad man.
Yeah,
I've always felt. See if he ends up in a different country, I'm going to have to tune into his press conferences just to see if he mentions Garnacho being offside.
Bless him.
He probably will.
Yeah. Ten Hag, we love you. We love you. Thank you for the damage you did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, let's end the show. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Mark, for jumping in and jumping out.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for having me. I do get passionate, and I do like.
I love it. I love it. I'll have you on.
I feel like I'm getting aggressive, but I'm not. I'm just passionate.
Yeah, we can discuss any other team, any Arsenal playing, any other team. Lisa, jump in. I'd love it.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me. It's been brilliant.
Cool. Thank you so much, all the guys in the chat. Have a good evening and woo. Bye.
Take care, guys. Thank you.